We all love a bit of fruit, right? Whether it's a juicy watermelon on a hot summer day, a crisp apple in the fall, or a sweet, tangy orange in the winter, fruit is a universal favorite. It's a staple in our diets and a delight to our taste buds. It's good for us, tastes delicious, and adds a splash of color to our plates. But beyond the taste and health benefits, there's an art to preparing fruit that can elevate your culinary experience. But have you ever thought about how you cut your fruit? The way you slice and dice can make a big difference in both presentation and flavor. It's more important than you might think. The right cut can enhance the texture and taste, making each bite more enjoyable. Cutting fruit evenly and beautifully isn't just about showing off, though it does make your dishes look dead impressive. It's about creating a visual appeal that can make even the simplest fruit platter look gourmet. It's also about getting the most out of your fruit, making sure it cooks evenly, and reducing waste. When you cut fruit properly, you maximize its potential, ensuring that every piece is as delicious as the last. Plus, it's just more satisfying to eat a plate of perfectly sliced fruit, isn't it? There's something incredibly pleasing about seeing a beautifully arranged platter, and knowing that each piece has been carefully prepared. In this guide, we're going to learn the secrets to cutting fruit like a pro. We'll explore different techniques that can transform your fruit from ordinary to extraordinary. From choosing the right tools to mastering different cutting techniques, we'll cover it all. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned chef, there's always something new to learn. So grab your favorite fruit and let's get chopping. With a little practice and the right guidance, you'll be slicing and dicing like a professional in no time. Let's dive into the art of the slice and discover how to make the most of every piece of fruit. Before we start slicing and dicing, let's talk tools. Having the right kit can make all the difference when it comes to cutting fruit. Don't worry, you don't need a fancy chef's knife. Here are the basics. A sharp chef's knife. This is your go-to for larger fruits like melons and pineapples. A paring knife, perfect for smaller fruits like berries and for delicate work like peeling. A cutting board. Protect your work surface and keep things hygienic. A fruit peeler, optional. Handy for removing skins from apples, pears, and citrus fruits. That's it. With these simple tools, you'll be well on your way to fruit cutting mastery. So we've got our tools and we're ready to dive into the art of fruit cutting. But you might be wondering, why is it so important to cut our fruit evenly? Is it just for aesthetics or is there more to it? Well, there are actually a few reasons that go beyond just making your plate look Instagram worthy. Let's break it down. First and foremost, evenly cut fruit cooks more evenly. This might seem obvious, but it's crucial, especially when you're preparing dishes that require precise cooking times. Imagine you're making a fruit compote or a pie. If some pieces are larger than others, the smaller ones might turn to mush while the larger ones are still firm. This inconsistency can ruin the texture and overall experience of your dish. No one wants a fruit salad with some pieces mushy and others still hard. It's not just about the taste, it's about the mouthfeel and the enjoyment of each bite. Uniform slices ensure everything cooks at the same rate, giving you a consistent and delicious result every time. Second, it helps reduce waste. When fruit is cut unevenly, we tend to eat the best bits and leave the rest. This not only leads to waste, but also means you're not getting the full value of the fruit you bought. Think about it. When you have a beautifully cut piece of fruit, you're more likely to eat it all, savoring each piece. But if it's a mix of good and bad cuts, you're more likely to pick and choose, leaving behind the less appealing pieces. Cutting evenly means we're more likely to eat it all, reducing waste and making the most of our food. And finally, let's be honest, it just looks better. A plate of evenly cut fruit is much more appealing than a haphazard pile. Presentation matters, whether you're serving guests or just treating yourself. A beautifully arranged fruit platter can elevate a simple meal into something special. It shows care and attention to detail, making the dining experience more enjoyable for everyone involved. Plus, let's not forget the social media aspect. In today's world, a well-presented dish is more likely to be shared and appreciated online. So, cutting your fruit evenly can even boost your social media game. In conclusion, cutting fruit evenly is not just about looks, it's about cooking evenly, reducing waste, and enhancing the overall dining experience. So next time you pick up that knife, remember it's worth the extra effort. Apples are a staple in most kitchens, and for good reason. They are not only delicious but also packed with essential nutrients like fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. Whether you're snacking on them raw, adding them to a salad, or baking them into a pie, apples are incredibly versatile. They're versatile, delicious, and easy to cut once you know how. Here's the step-by-step guide to transforming a whole apple into perfect wedges, ideal for any dish or snack. First, wash and dry your apple thoroughly. This step is crucial to remove any pesticides, wax, or dirt that might be lingering on the skin. Even if you plan to peel the apple, it's always a good idea to start with a clean fruit. No one wants dirt in their fruit salad. Plus, a clean apple is easier to handle and cut. Next, cut the apple in half, slicing through the core. This gives you two manageable halves to work with. Make sure your knife is sharp to ensure clean cuts and to make the process safer. Place one half flat side down on your cutting board. This provides stability and makes it easier to slice the apple without it rolling around. Slice the apple into even wedges, starting at the curved side and working your way to the core. Aim for uniform slices to ensure even cooking or a consistent look if you're serving them fresh. You can make the wedges as thick or thin as you like. Thicker wedges are great for baking, while thinner slices are perfect for salads or snacking. Repeat the same process with the other half of the apple. Consistency is key, especially if you're preparing a dish that requires uniform pieces. Remove the core from each wedge. This step ensures that every bite is enjoyable and free from the tough, fibrous core. You can do this with a paring knife or simply cut around the core. A paring knife offers precision, but cutting around the core can be quicker if you're in a hurry. And there you have it, perfectly sliced apple wedges ready for any recipe or snack. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and grapefruits can be a bit tricky to cut, but don't worry, we've got you covered. First, wash and dry your citrus fruit. Then, cut off both ends of the fruit, exposing the flesh. Next, stand the fruit upright on one of the cut ends. Using a sharp knife, carefully cut down the sides of the fruit, following the curve to remove the peel and pith. Once peeled, slice the fruit into rounds or wedges as desired. Section 6. Melon Mania, Taming Watermelons and Cantaloupes. Melons are a summer favorite, but their size and shape can make them intimidating to cut. Fear not, here's how to tackle them. First, wash and dry your melon. Next, cut the melon in half, slicing through the stem end. For watermelon, slice each half into wedges. You can leave the rind on for easier eating. For cantaloupe, scoop out the seeds with a spoon. Finally, slice the melon into wedges or cubes as desired. Section 7. Berry Beautiful, Handling Nature's Little Gems. Berries are small but mighty when it comes to flavor. Here's how to prepare them for snacking or adding to your favorite dishes. First, wash and dry your berries gently. Berries are delicate, so be careful not to crush them. For strawberries, hull them by removing the green tops with a paring knife or your fingers. Larger berries like raspberries and blackberries can be left whole or halved, depending on your preference. Section 8. Presentation Power, Turning Slices into Art. Now that we've mastered the art of cutting fruit evenly, let's talk about presentation. Here are a few ideas to make your fruit platters look stunning. Use a variety of colors and textures. Mix and match different types of fruit to create a visually appealing display. Cut fruit into different shapes and sizes. Don't be afraid to get creative with your cutting techniques. Arrange fruit in patterns or designs. Think outside the bowl and create a work of art with your fruit. Section 9. Conclusion. Slice, dice, and enjoy. There you have it, folks. You're now well on your way to becoming a fruit-cutting ninja. Remember, practice makes perfect. So grab your favorite fruits, get chopping, and enjoy the delicious and beautiful results. And don't forget to share your creations with me on the old social media.